raw materials into something meaningful and who wants to serve in their own way. If you're out there, if you're looking for more, we're looking too. We're calling on a new generation of builders for Navy's next-gen submarines.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's good for all parties. You know, within the industry, it puts us in a unique position to, you know, have a lot of inventory sold for the sponsors and races, but also continue to build our sponsorship ecosystem, Claire, to show that we care about technology and manufacturing and hopefully bring more partners in the sport. And I think finally, it's great for the industry when partners come in. You know, it takes less races that are unsponsored out of the entire field, maintains healthy, rates and economies of scale for the entire industry. So we're certainly very happy for that and good for everybody.
Is tech an area that's ripe to be, I guess, cultivated for sponsorship in NASCAR right now?
We think so. You know, we look at some of the models that are out there right now. You look at Roger Penske, Rick Hendrick. They've done a terrific job of, you know, kind of owning the transportation segments of partnerships. You look at some of the other ones out there that are really good at sports and entertainment. You know, can't help but think about what 23XL has done, or 2311, I should say, and what Trackhouse is trying to do. And we don't want to fish in their ponds. We want to fish in the pond that's authentic to us. And what's authentic to me and to Mr. Jack is technology and advanced manufacturing. And so we're putting a really big focus on that. And this is hopefully the first of many great announcements we'll have in that light and in that manner.
Brad, there's a lot of drivers are preparing, you know, life after NASCAR with broadcasting careers and that kind of thing. You're doing the manufacturing stuff. What, I guess, overall was your interest into being an entrepreneur in that field and then partnering with all these companies?
Yeah, just you know, I know that this technology is going to change the world, hopefully for the better, and you know, we can't have our head in the sand. I can tell you that other countries don't, and they're getting in front of us, and we've got to get on the gas here. We're going to fall a couple laps down, and so you know, I'm proud to be a part of that effort, spearheading it in some way, not just on the track, but with my advanced manufacturing business.
You said a few times how nuclear subs are our last tactical advantage. Have you ever been on a nuclear sub yourself?
Yes, sir, I have.
And what was that experience like?
Amazing. You know, we did a dive off the coast of the Pacific. I was on the Asheville circa 2008, 2009. And it's phenomenal. It's a full city underwater, comes up and goes down, and nothing like it.
What about the weather? Were you part of that Navy sponsorship at JRM?
Yes, I was. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, was that kind of your introduction to?
Yeah, it was certainly a big introduction for me to the Navy, and although this isn't specifically the Navy, it's an initiative around helping them. It helped broaden my understanding certainly before this partnership came together here at BlueForge.
What kind of initiatives are your teammates and future teammates and members of this team are planning? What is their role in this sponsorship and partnership, as far as aside from you and the other members of this team and everything?
Well, I think our big role is going out and speaking to people and doing things, engagements away from the racetrack, whether it be at the colleges or the high schools or the centers of excellence that might exist, and really just spreading the word with credibility.
So if you don't have cameras, does this deal happen?
Maybe not, probably not.
Then, like, do you have is there a separate deal with Cam with this group?
No, there is not. No,
Okay.
not at this time. We do a lot of business in sectors of this nature, but we currently do not do business with Build Summary Center.
Can you talk about, obviously, great attendance to your news conference with the weather?
That's great.
How are you looking at the weather and whether this race, I mean, probably not going to find out till later, but if you had to run it on Monday?
Yeah, we take whatever hand we're dealt, Claire. If it's a Monday race, we'll race on Monday, and if we get in late tonight, we'll do that too. But for right now, we make the most of the time we have.
How late would you race? How late would you race?
No, I think if the race gets started around 8 or 9 o'clock, everybody thinks that'd be fine.
How anxious are you to get the Fords on the track and see where you guys stack up in the intermediate sector? Because having one win with Joey in 10 races is certainly not where you would hope to be at this point.
Yeah, it's not where any of us hope to be, but there's still a lot of racing left to do and a lot of opportunities to improve, and I think everybody's committed to that. I know certainly at RFK, and I think Ford as well.
So, Brett, you probably have answered this question. It seems like this came together pretty quickly and pretty simply. But I know in years, in talking to you about Veterans Day and things of that nature and different celebrations that you all do for the military, this had to be sort of like a godsend for you all.
Yeah, it's a terrific partnership to put together. We're really proud of the entire team. I'm not the only person that helped put it together. It's certainly a team effort, and partnerships like this are just so important to us, and it's the lifeblood of our sport.
The news conference today. The news conference was like old school news conferences with bells and whistles. And we used to have them like that. Now it's like a podium, and it was like a really
I missed those days. So I had the ability to ask to make sure we did it again, and I'm glad that our team put it together. And we didn't want to have another kind of boring announcement, and certainly we wanted BlueForge to feel the love that we have for them.
It's important for you to elevate RFK to the RFK, or at least to the Roush Fenway of old, is it not?
Well, we want to be a lead on the racetrack and off the racetrack, and that means no shortcuts. And I didn't feel like we took any shortcuts today.
Well, and I have to feel too that the folks with Bill Submarine had to see that with the things that you've been doing for what was Roush Fenway would be a good platform for them as well.
Yeah, we've had a number of initiatives to improve our performance, improve our brand, make ourselves a place that people want to come work, and then make it show up on the racetrack. And I think that's something that they see as well.
And I guess you're feeling good with the progress where things are headed.
Oh, never happy. We're not content by any means. We want to win races and contend for championships, and we're closer to that, but still not there yet.
How do you feel about the progress NASCAR's making with the testing that they did the past week, the changes that they've made, putting extra bars or supports into the doors? Do you feel like they're moving quick enough to at least?
Well, Lee, I think it seems encouraging. I think everybody knew when the next-gen car came out, it was going to take several iterations to get it, to a level of optimization that we're all comfortable with. And I think we can probably argue as to where we are on that, but we can't argue with the efforts that are being made currently. They're at the highest level.
Is Sonoma going to be a good test to see, because the short track package, that's been one that, as good as the intermediate, raceable, entertaining as that has been, we're still lacking with short track courses. And just, I remember how, you and Kyle Busch at Watkins Glen years ago, but it just artificially promotes passing. And I'm just kind of curious, where do you think this car is after running a race in it last year at Sonoma?
Yeah, Sonoma I thought was a pretty good race. There was good passing there and so forth, but there are arguments to be made that the short track racing needs to be better, and I wouldn't disagree with those arguments. And I think NASCAR knows that, and they're working hard on some different things. They've got tests coming up here in Loudon, New Hampshire, and hopefully they'll find some pieces there. I know they're doing a lot of work, using the computer-aided engineering tools that they have available to them, and ultimately you got to do the physical testing to make sure it works. But they're not sitting still.
Obviously, any win is special, and you mentioned how RFK is so close to contending for wins and championships. How special will it be to wave Old Glory out of this car as a winner?
Yeah. Well, it was really cool to win the Coke 600 here a few years back, but there was nobody here. It was during COVID, and I'd love to be able to win this race and fly the flag with, a couple 100,000 people here. That would be really special to me.